भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ओम नमो 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 भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं
चैव नरोत्तमं
चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं
व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भवति उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च गोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः।
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं
स्थापितं येन भूतले
स्वयं रूपकदा
स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च
श्रीरूपं
साग्रजातां
सहगणया
करुणान्वितं तं सजीवं
साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं
कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान्
सहगणा
ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च
नमो
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले
श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त
स्वामिनिधि नामिने
नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
निर्विशेष शून्यवादी
पाश्चात्यदेशधारिणे
नमो
नमो
महावदन्याय
कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते
कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य
नामिने गौरवसे नमः।
हे कृष्णा
करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्ते।
ममन्दमते गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्भोजो नाथा मदनमोहनं दिव्या वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमदः श्रीमद्रत्नाकर सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानं स्मरामि। श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथः श्रीस्तुनः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर
श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Hare Krishna. Congratulations, Saurendra Mataji. First day program in your house, right? You got last week? When did you go? Last week? It's been a while since you got the house. Anyway, good. The first program. So it's good. I hope that this will continue and the house becomes an abode of Krishna and is used for service of Krishna. That's how our life should be anyways. That's the default configuration. This is Navya or Radha? This is Navya. Navya, come here. Sit with me. You can give lecture. Come on. Come on, Navya. Is she hungry? Maybe. Give something. Feed her something. Is something offered?
Snacks maybe something.
Give her something. It's okay. Good. Where is this one? Sudhir Prabhu. I was like, Navya doesn't speak like this. Please repeat. Shri Vallabheti Varadeti Daya Pareti
Shri Vallabheti Varadeti Daya Pareti
Bhakta Priyeti Bhavalundhana Kovideti
Bhakta Priyeti Bhavalundhana Kovideti
Natheti Nagashayaneti Jagannivaseti
Nayeti Nagashayaneti Jaganivaseti
Alapinam Pratidinam Kurumam Mukunda
Alapinam Pratidinam Kurumam Mukunda.
It's from Mukunda-mālā-stotra, the first shloka. It's written by Kulashekara Alvar. Kulashekara Alvar is one of the Alvars of Sri Sampradaya. And he was a king, not just a king, but a king who understood his position. So Rajarshi. And on his crown, there were lotus feet of Krishna imprinted. So he would wear a crown, kings wear a crown, right? So then on top of the crown, so usually there are like golds and things like emblems of the kingdom and things which are there. But on Kulashekara's crown, lotus feet of Krishna was there. The lotus feet of Krishna means like it has signs, right? Like different pictures and the fish, umbrella and lotus and things like that. So that's what was imprinted on the crown. So Kulashekara Alvar sort of served his entire life thinking that he's a servant of Krishna. So he's ruling, he's a king, but he is serving Krishna. That's his primary responsibility, his primary identity. What he's telling in this shloka, first of the many in Mukunda-mālā-stotra, it's a mala means a garland. It's the garland of names of Krishna. That's what it is. And then a series of shlokas which are sort of a nice offering which we can offer to Krishna. Previously in Vedic life, things were so subtle, right? They're not gross like now. Things are gross. You offer your love with things which perhaps most of the times people don't mean, people don't appreciate enough, but for the sake of doing something, you offer something. And whatever you offer will also just fades away, just with the effect of time. But previously people would offer something so subtle and so sublime. Thousands of years still people are sort of, garland is offered and people are still glorifying the garland. Because a garland is made with names of Krishna. Amazing, right? So, is the first shloka. What he's telling is a few names of Krishna. Shri Vallabha, who is the master of goddess of fortune. Varadeti, there is a Varadaraj deity in Kanchipuram who gives Vara. Varada, one who gives Vara. All that which is most auspicious benedictions Krishna can give. The biggest benediction Krishna can give to the devotee is that he is the one who protects bhakti in the heart. It is the biggest benediction Krishna can give. Everybody has some sort of desire. A devotee also has a desire. A devotee has a desire that I want to please Krishna. And even that needs to be protected. Because as such, what can an individual accomplish? Nothing we can accomplish. Even if you want to serve Krishna, we can't do it by ourselves. It's just impossible. For a living entity to do anything by itself is impossible. Even so, if there is an ability of a devotee which is of desiring to serve Krishna, that has to be protected. That has to be facilitated. That has to be put in a situation wherein it actually comes to fruition, that it actually works out. The devotee is actually able to serve Krishna. We can't do it by ourselves. It's just impossible. No living entity has the capability of doing anything. We need an ashraya. Understand what is an ashraya? Ashraya means shelter. Like house is a shelter. It provides shelter. Right? You can come here, feel sheltered. But this shelter is for the body which we have. And the body in itself will perish. So this is not a permanent shelter. No one's house is a permanent shelter. This body in itself is not a permanent shelter. You agree with me? It's not a permanent shelter. Where is the permanent shelter? Krishna says in Gita, Mahatmanastu maham partha daivim prakritim ashrita. Ashrita. Shelter. Where are they sheltered? They are sheltered in Daivi Prakriti. So, we need shelter. Krishna provides that shelter. So, that's the best benediction he can give. Keep us sheltered. So, of course, everything else sort of builds on top of it. And then we can list a lot of different benedictions Krishna can give to the devotee. But foundational shelter is our bhakti needs to be also protected. Needs a shelter. Because all that we can do is just desire. We have a desire, a sublime desire. I want to serve Krishna, please Krishna. But to actually make it as an action, I need shelter. It doesn't work out. It just cannot work out. Srimad Ramanujacharya in his life, when he was in Kanchipuram still, he was not at an Acharya, still Ramanuja. And he was serving a great devotee by name Kanchipurna. Kanchipurna was not a Brahmana as such, but he was such an amazingly extraordinary qualified devotee that he would actually talk with Varadaraj. So, and Ramanuja was serving Kanchipurna. And many people would come to Kanchipurna asking things. Please go and ask this to Varadaraj. Varadaraja. He's the king of all people who can give benediction. And Ramanujacharya also felt that I also want to ask something to Varadaraj. So he asked many questions on philosophical levels to establish Vishishtadvaita philosophy. But one of the things which makes a lot of impact in my heart is this question wherein Ramanujacharya asked Kanchipurna, please ask Varadaraj, what happens? A devotee is serving whole life, and at the point of death, because of circumstances, things can happen. The verse which also in Mukunda-mālā-stotra, which was Prabhupada's favorite verse. Forgetting the first line of it. Krishna Tvadiya Padapankaja Panjarantam. Next. Adyeva me vishatu manasa rajahamsa prana prayana samaye kafa vata pittau kantavaroda smaranam kuthaste. Like, how will I remember? Mukunda-mālā-stotra also my life is at the time of death, kapha pitta vata is affecting me, and so this at the time of death, which is very difficult. Maybe I let my life go now. I can just remember you fully, Krishna. So this was Ramanujacharya's question. What happens if because of circumstances, there is things going on because of kapha, pitta, vata, whatever situation, very difficult situation. Shastras tell when the time of death comes, the amount of pain is 40,000 scorpions simultaneously biting. One scorpion bites, stays for 24 hours. Huge pain. You start getting shivering if one scorpion bites. I don't know if you have experienced. It's like the bee sting also, right? You get bee sting. I don't have experience of scorpion, but bee sting I have experience. They come, they leave the thing inside, and you basically start shivering. 24 hours I was shivering, like chills like this, like you have gone crazy like that, you know. So it stays for 24 hours and then it goes away. You can't do anything. And imagine 40,000 of it. So it's just too much. So Ramanuja at that time asks Kanchipurna, go and ask Varadaraj, what happens then? Devotee has served whole life. Because Krishna tells in Gita, yam yam vapis param bhavan, jayate ante kalevaram. Whatever bhava you leave your body, it's the consciousness. So many devotees, advanced devotees, they, in modern times especially, they left the body in accident. So what happens? The greatest personality in ISKCON, Krishna Maharaj, left body in accident. So he was driving from Mayapur to Kolkata, car crashed, left the body. So in such situations, what happened? What exactly is the situation? Is it also just whatever? That was the question. And then Varadaraj tells to Kanchipurna that if a devotee has served me whole life, keeping me in their consciousness, and yet at the time of death, because of circumstances, they are not able to remember me, I will remember them. So that's the vara which he can give. It's the best benediction Krishna can give. Because Krishna is not a judgmental personality who's just there to judge. Anurag did this much good, this much bad, and let me just do something with it. No. There is no judgment in Krishna. He just wants to exchange love. On that level, there is no judgment there. Krishna is not a person who just wants to see the devotee frustrated and guilty, not doing things. I'm just frustrated and guilty. I could have done so much. I didn't do it. I'm so frustrated and guilty. If we can offer our hearts to Krishna, Krishna is there to reciprocate. Varada. So on the palm of Varada Raj there is Ma Shuchaha. Don't worry, I'm here. He's giving his Abhaya. Right? In Shri Vaishnavism, 1866 is one of their most important mantra. Sarvodharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Shuchaha. Don't worry. So coming back to the shloka, Dayapariti. Krishna is Dayapara. He's just always looking, enthusiastically looking forward how I can give mercy to my devotee. So the point is, at the end of all these names, Mukunda-mālā-stotra, first shloka, Kulashikara tells that Alapinam Pratidinam Kurumam Mukunda. That Alapina is just you reciting this. Pratidina is in one way it's every day. Another meaning is all the time. All the time. Alapa is your reciting. Kuruma Mukunda, that you make me do like that. But Krishna will not force. Right? But I need to take shelter. It's not that Krishna will come and give some magic on Anurag and Anurag can continuously. Krishna can, but will not. Right? Krishna can make everybody, but will not because it's forced. A person convinced against their will is of the same standstill. And if someone is just forced, now you come and love me, how will it work? It can never work. Right? Love cannot be forced. But if a living entity by themselves submits, Krishna, please, this is what I wish. Because everything as such, Krishna has to enable. I can't do it. But if I have the desire and if I go and submit to Krishna's feet, Krishna, please, I want to do like this. Enable me. Krishna will do that. Is it making sense? So when a person goes and submits to Krishna, Krishna, I want to serve you. Please enable so that I can serve you. Because Ashraya again comes from Krishna. I can't function. We may be like all the time when we live a life wherein we just really don't live a conscious life. So Prabhupada says that this Krishna conscious movement is to first make people conscious and then Krishna conscious. We live like a dead log basically. We just don't really understand what's going on. How many times when we breathe, we are like really, I'm so grateful to this air which is there. I'm not conscious. I'm really not conscious. I breathe. So many times. All of us breathing. Now, unless I told now, we were not thinking about, I was also not thinking about breathing. We just live. But Vedic life in general and spiritual Vaishnava life in particular is a life of gratitude. I need to understand I am being taken care of, whether I recognize it or not, whether I appreciate it or not, whether I really support this theme or not. I am being taken care. The Prakriti is supporting me. Right now the Laukika Prakriti is supporting me. But I can also shift my consciousness and then get sheltered with the Adhyatmika Prakriti, Daivi Prakriti. Right now the Prakriti which we are sheltered at is the material Prakriti, Mayadhyakshena Prakriti. Soyate Sachara. That's the Prakriti I have taken shelter, right? So material Prakriti. I can shift my consciousness from there. Oh Krishna, I just want to serve you. Material Prakriti is how Prakriti behaves with you when you want to enjoy. You want to enjoy yourself. It is material Prakriti. If you change the consciousness, no Krishna, I want to serve you. It's the same thing. Nothing changed. No magic. It's not that something suddenly some other thing is put on around you. No, it's the same thing. It just behaves differently. Same energy which is filled with three gunas pulling down, same thing uplifts. Exact same thing which is there. It's Prakriti, it's Krishna's energy. Prabhupada says it so many times that it's like electricity. It's in the fridge or an iron box. It's electricity. The same energy. In iron box, it produces heat. In fridge, it produces cold. But it's the same energy. It's not different energy. So which is Prakriti is the same energy. How I am there, what is my outlook towards what I want to do? Based on that, the reaction is there. So if I change my consciousness, Krishna, please, I want to serve you constantly. That's the meaning of Krishna consciousness. My consciousness is in service. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Sarveshu kaleshu. Not just some particular times. This slice of the day is bhakti. This slice of the day is office. This slice of the day is family. The other slice of the day is for myself. If you live like this, it's a good beginning. That's not sarveshu kaleshu. Krishna is saying sarveshu kaleshu. Doesn't matter what you're doing. So, if we can somehow come to this, at least understand this, that I am an individual, but I am not independent. I am a dependent living entity needing a shelter, and the natural flow of events is that I'm grateful to Krishna. Just want to submit myself as Krishna's servant. If I can come to that consciousness, the same energy which is there can start uplifting and making you feel Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. You can feel it here. So Krishna says in Gita, Pratyaksha Gavamam Dharmyam. This Pratyaksha, experience this. Susukham Kartumameya. You will be able to perform bhakti happily. You will be able to experience it. It is not a post-dated check. Prabhupada says this so many times. We are not giving you a post-dated check. Somewhere later, something will happen. No, you can experience now. It's up to us. Do I want to experience? Not want to experience. So sometimes we get carried away that, maybe I just need to keep doing something, and suddenly some magic happens, I die, and then I'm transported to something which I have not experienced before. It will never happen like that. I need to experience now. I can experience now. The bliss of bhakti can be experienced now. And it is just the consciousness. How am I fundamentally situated? What is the default configuration I'm operating with? And if the default configuration is I want to serve Krishna, I want to please Krishna, then everything else sort of built on top of it. Yeah, you can do your job, no problem. You can do your housework, no problem. You can sweep, no problem. You can cook, no problem. Because default configuration, I want to serve Krishna. I want to please Krishna. Whatever you do on top of it is just a detail. When the foundation is clear, everything else what you do on top is just a detail. When the monkeys from Hanuman's side, when they came back from, of course only Hanuman went to Lanka, but then the entire group was our group, we made this, right? Hanuman from our group went to find Sita. We found Sita because people had gone to different directions. One team went to south, one team went to north, east, west. So this team from Hanuman, they came back, and before entering and giving the news, all the monkeys were left free. Do whatever you want. Go and do whatever you like. However you like. They jumped on all that. They were just destroying Sugriva's gardens. Like totally destroying. Eating stuff and picking things and just. And when the matter was brought to Sugriva was so happy. He understood this must be a success. They are doing this because they are happy. And Sugriva was jubilant. The matter was brought to him like, do something about these people. They're destroying the gardens. But Sugriva was like, let them do it. It's fine. My point is that there can be opportunities wherein we actually enjoy. It's fine. We jump up and down, we dance, we eat nice prasadam. We're not telling that don't enjoy. We can enjoy. monkeys enjoyed the way they are configured to enjoy. We can enjoy the way we are configured to enjoy. We are not configured to jump on the trees and enjoy. But we can take some nice prasadam, nice kirtans, nice dancing. We can enjoy. But that is rooted. I want to please Krishna. I want to serve Krishna. And then the entirety of creation becomes amazing. So nice. Same universe which is Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam, you will feel the opposite effect of it. It is Sukhalayam, it's eternal. Because it's our disposition. What exactly is my configuration? How I'm thinking, what I'm operating. So devotee prays this. I want to do this Pratidinam. This is my natural state of affairs. If we can come there, life also becomes very blissful for us. This house becomes Goloka Vrindavan. It's Vaikuntha. What is Vaikuntha? A place where there is no anxiety. It's not just a physical space somewhere where, this place is no anxiety. No, Vaikuntha is any place where there is no anxiety. If we can make it in this house, why not? Place where there is no anxiety. It's Vaikuntha. We can create it anywhere. We can create it in our hearts. A heart which is not anxious. It's so simple. Because we are not simple, things become very complicated. And it's like, I need to juggle around, I need to balance, I need to do so many things. And rather than being humble, I'm so complicated. Brain is complicated. It's okay. Move on. At least we need to understand how it should be. Then eventually everything will be auspicious for everyone. That's something which I want to share. Any thoughts? Want to also add, comment, question? Please feel free. Yashruji?
We influenced by others' actions.
Yeah.
By others'
Yes.
actions.
Yeah.
They might distract us by their actions. How to control that?
It is not that we get influenced by others' actions, we let others to influence us. Yeah. So it is really not the other way around. No one can really influence us unless we want to get influenced. If we want to get influenced, we get influenced. It's basically how things are. For example, if someone is in the bunch of let's say there is a person, all his friends are photographers. Yeah, all of them. So there is an influence, subtle influence that he also will tend to be a photographer. If all the friends I have are these people who go on excursions on motorbikes. You have seen these people?
Yes.
Big people having a huge bike. Let's say I have 30 friends, and all of them are like that, and I don't have any other friends. Can I be really like? No, I don't come with any excursion. You all go, right? The only people I know and I'm associating is the 30 bikers. It's just not possible, right? I'll be influenced anyways. If all the friends which I have, if they go to drink every Friday evening in a pub, and these are the only friends I have, naturally I'll be drawn towards also. It's just impossible otherwise. So the question, Mamata, right?
Yes.
Yeah. The question is where am I putting myself into? We will be of course affected, but I'm choosing also. It's not that just only externally I'm just being forced. No. I'm also choosing. I can choose not to. Right? In the very beginning of bhakti life, one of the biggest difficulty which everybody faces is that the rest of the people who are there, they think that this person, he started going to these Gita classes, is changing now. Yeah. Doesn't want to drink alcohol anymore, doesn't want to eat meat anymore, if they are doing it, doesn't want to drink coffee tea anymore. Biggest problem of Indian people. No coffee tea, chai. Come on. This is the culture. If you don't drink, in our region, I'm from Malnad region in Karnataka, if you don't drink coffee when you go to someone's house, it's an offense. Really, like somebody came to your house, they didn't take your coffee, it's an offense. Right? It's like, what to do? Onion garlic is like so much in life that you tell, I don't eat it. People freak out. It's on you whether you want to associate like this or not. I'm not telling that cut the relationships. Be mindful how you can navigate through. So in the beginning of my life, what I was doing is, even before I go to someone's house, beginning of Krishna conscious life 20 years ago, I would just call them and tell that, I'll be very happy if you give me badam milk. I'll just tell them myself. Right? And make this specific food, which I know for sure has no onion garlic. Right? So there are a few, in everyone's culture there is at least something which you can make without onion garlic. Right? So I would tell them, this is what I want to eat. Right? So they have made it. So I have just sort of invalidated the whole whatever could come later. So I go, I get badam milk. The dish is what is without onion garlic. Everybody's happy. Right? So we just need to choose how exactly, whether I want to get influenced or I want to influence. In the best case, you influence people. You follow a spiritual life. You understand the importance of it, and you be the influencer. Because world is in darkness. The entirety of world is in darkness. People are living a crazy animalistic life. It's not human life. I need to choose to be a human being, a nara. A nara is someone whose consciousness is in dharma all the time. And then I need to be able to feel strong, and I need to be able to feel supported, because the entirety of universe, as I was telling, will support you. If you have this desire, the universe is supporting you. It will get done, for sure. You don't need to worry that, oh, I'm just alone, no support. No. The whole universe is there. It will support you. Yeah. And then you can influence them. And if someone is really not willing to get influenced, they will perhaps keep a distance. Eventually,
People can't keep distance.
sometimes we cannot, and then it will just take time. If close relationships, we should never be just negating things. Let time pass. Yeah. People will understand. The change curve is a normal corporate understanding also, right? How change affects people. In the beginning there is a shock, anger, apathy, people just don't care. And eventually they become silent observers. And eventually they start appreciating this happened like this. You just need to let, and change curve is across time. You need to let it pass. It can't happen tomorrow morning. You need to be strong. There is no alternative to being sincere. If I'm sincere, everything will function. If Prahlad could go and Prahlad also Bhagavatam's Prahlad, and go and influence in a place which is filled with Danavas, Asuras, I can also do something a little bit from my side, and it will work. Not that it can work or it might work. This will work. This is how the universe is created. It's the design of the universe. If someone wants to become Krishna conscious, universe supports. You may feel not supported by your immediate family or friends. That's okay. But a grander scheme of things is supporting you. And to observe that, you need to be able to just connect yourself with that source. Chant Hare Krishna mantra every day. At least one mala, which is 108 times. Study Gita and Bhagavatam. Try your best to do it every day. Come to satsang like this. Then live a sattvic life. Eat food which is sattvic, offer to Krishna before you eat, and try to be sattvic in what you consume. So with those things, eventually you also add seva. So 4 plus 1. Then universe takes a note. Great, Mamta just started this. And you are there in the list then. You are one of the people protected. Okay? Is it fine? Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, one time, this is a story Sri Mahavishnu tells to Lakshmi Devi. there was one person whose name is Susharma. So he was in a form of a bull, where bull died this thing. And earlier, when someone goes for a death, they give some money or something. They can even give some charity as his sukruti also. I have got some. I went to do some ganga. I'm giving this sukruti.
Yeah.
That's how some prostitutes donate something. I listen something from a parent which I'm donating it, and that will get a life of a brahmana. Then that brahmana goes and search for that prostitute and asks, "What did you donate?" I got a birth as a brahmana. She says, like, my parrot was reciting something. Parrot.
Okay.
I was having a parrot in my house. It was reciting something that I don't know what it is. If any sukruti I get from it, I donate it with you. Then they go and ask the parrot, "What did you recite?" Yeah, I was staying in some sage's ashram. I learned the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. That's what I was reciting. So that prostitute just heard that first chapter of Bhagavad Gita and donated that sukruti to that bull, which got a human birth. Now, if I am donating one Srimad Bhagavatam class to someone, can't they become devotees? That barter system is still available now. Now we are donating 15 minutes of kirtana to someone. Does they become devotee? Or we donate something to someone, does their health become better?
On an absolute terms, it's a bit difficult to establish what exactly happened, when I gave. But from your heart, you should not be thinking about on the calculation side of it. We should do it from the real space, right? which is feeling that I want to really contribute to this person, this living entity. So when you do it like that, that's when magic happens. If I calculate, then nothing much works out. If I'm truly honest in what I'm offering, magic will happen. Why not? We may not be able to see it. I may not be able to really understand, this bull became a Brahman. Nobody may come and cross check. Right? It may or may not happen. But the effect will take place. Right? It will, for sure. You can offer from your heart a sincere prayer, a sincere Bhagavatam session, or sincere kirtan, whatever. If you offer from your heart, without doing any calculation. Because doing calculation is passion. It's not sattvic. Krishna, 17, 18 chapters. Yajna, dana, tapa. Right? Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance. In all three. How exactly you should do? We should be actually sattva and beyond sattva. That's how we should perform. So this is a form of charity, right? You are doing a charity. It has to be beyond, sattva or beyond. And when we do that, that's when the real magic takes place. It will affect, for sure, it will take place. But then the question is, because our short-sightedness, I may not be able to really understand. Sometimes you may see it. In my life, when I had been to Vrindavan 2011, just before I went to US, I was feeling like so lost in life, and I was really not. I was not a public speaker until then. Initial many years of my life, I hardly gave even one class. Many years. I was feeling that I want to share Krishna consciousness. Opportunities were very meager. Every single place I bowed down my heart in Vrindavan. I prayed to every single deity, a few things. Some of my friends had stopped practicing Krishna consciousness. 2 of them specifically. And they were doing a lot of seva, and somehow they stopped. They just went away. So I prayed that they both should come back to service. And I prayed that I want to share Krishna consciousness. I want to make that as the default configuration of my life, that I want to teach, I want to share. One devotee is a second initiated devotee now, out of the 2. Second one is there in Bhakti. It's not in his consistently. It's not like how everybody else is perceived to be, but he's there. He's in touch. He's doing his Bhakti. And I got extraordinary opportunities which Krishna created for me to go and serve. And when somebody comes and tells, and I'm just telling my heart now, how I think. If someone comes and seeks any blessings from me or any prayers from me, anything, I tell that whatever I have, take it for. Let it come to you. You take it. I may or may not be able to see it. I may or may not be able to experience what exactly happened. But at least I try to be sincere. And there is no alternative to be sincere. I just sincerely give. You can also practice sincerely give. No problem. What is it? If Krishna wants to give you more anyway, he will give. When we give, we should just give. No calculations. We do calculations, it's in passion. So much I have, give this much. So, this prostitute had no calculation. She was a prostitute, no problem. I don't know the story, but what I can infer. There was no calculation done. She just thought, what good do I have? This is the only good I have. I'll give full. Right? That's the meaning of doing it wholeheartedly. There is no calculations in between.
Selfless and unconditional.
Yes, it's unconditional. It's just wholehearted. There's no, how to say, Kripana mentality. Kripana mentality is self-obsessed. Kripana is a miser, conjuice. In context, it means self-obsessed. A person who just thinks about themselves. So, if we can get out of it, and then offer from the sincere place in the heart, things will take place. It will come to them. You may or may not be able to be a witness to it, but it doesn't matter whether you are witness to it or not. It shouldn't really matter. Why should I see? It's okay.
I told about your blessings to everyone, that you gave blessings when I asked for Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever I have, take it.
I tell it to everyone. So,
because remember when I asked you around 3 years back in Preeti's house for the first birthday, it looks like. I don't know why you told how to better understand. You start classes. You should preach, and that's how I started. It's around 2.5 years. I never stopped, and I took blessings from you for. And again, I took blessings from you for Srimad Bhagavatam, and it's never stopped.
thank you. It is not mine. You see, this is the foundation of bhakti. Whatever I possess is not mine. All the bad things which are there is mine, for sure. Good things, if something is there, is not mine. It's not mine. All the good things Krishna gives. What do I possess? I have nothing to possess. So,
in this case, your friend's case,
yeah.
what is the value of the free will? Your friend doesn't have a free will, so
Yeah.
Krishna goes and change his free will, and then from him get a request to go towards bhakti, and then changes him, because his free will is not to come into Krishna consciousness. With Krishna needs to respect it.
Yeah.
So Krishna first changes his free will, and then get him into bhakti.
What Krishna does is create opportunities. It is still for the person. What I did afterwards is, this person was going to US. I made sure I reached out to a few devotees in US, told them this person is coming, make sure he's well taken care of. They just did that. This person willingly, of course, went there. And then Krishna creates opportunities. That's what Krishna does. Krishna never intervenes. Krishna creates opportunities. And at the end, it is still for the living entity. But then, as Guru Shikhara was saying, Alapinam pratidinam kuru ma Mukunda. You need to make it function. It's on Krishna. Right? Living entity can still have a desire. He could still go away. He chose it. So it's also for his credit. He chose. Krishna is not forcing, but Krishna can create opportunities. A lot of opportunities sometimes. Right? Krishna created opportunity for Duryodhana also. What to speak of? Right? You may think that no, Krishna is just he's just a diplomatic person, just having no heart. He created opportunity for Karna. Personally went to spoke. Can you imagine Krishna coming to you and telling, change your association. Don't be here, come there. Krishna personally went one-on-one. Karna decided something else. He He's like, no, I don't want to listen to you. You have come, Krishna, I really respect you. It's great on your behalf that you have come, but I can't leave my association with Duryodhana. Why? Because he has trust in me. I'm his friend. But this was not friendship. This was just something which works mutual. Selfish egos working together. That's how it was. So, Karna only recognized Duryodhana gave him half of the kingdom. Karna didn't recognize how Krishna has given everything else in the whole creation. Right? So, Krishna never imposes, can create opportunities. And when opportunities are created, it's up to the living entity to choose or not choose. And Krishna never influences the free will of anyone. Unless you surrender, and then he can. If you surrender, your life is a life of bhakti as a default configuration. Krishna can do anything with you, and you will be happy with that. Arjuna's situation in battlefield of Kurukshetra, Krishna put him in there. Krishna says to Arjuna that you are not having envy towards me. 9th chapter, right? First shloka. What is the shloka? 9:1. 9th first. 9th chapter, first shloka. Guhyatamam Pravakshyami anusuyave. Right? Asuya is envy.
Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshyami anusuyave. Anusuya is envy. Anasuya is being not envy. If Arjuna is not envious, it's such a big statement. If Arjuna is not envious of Krishna, because we are all envious of Krishna. We want to possess what Krishna has. So, Arjuna is already non-envious. Why should he be getting into anything? So, in that situation, Krishna puts them. So, there is no question of free will, no free will anyway, only Krishna's will. When you surrender, you voluntarily surrender your free will also. Krishna, you lead the life. It's the meaning of Bhakti Yoga. Buddhi is not connected with yourself anymore. Buddhi is in association with Krishna. Krishna leads your Buddhi. Making sense? Bhakti Yoga. Krishna uses the word Bhakti Yoga a lot of times in Gita. Bhakti Yoga. Dadami Bhakti Yogam tam. 10th chapter also, 2nd chapter also it tells. Bhakti Yoga, Buddhi is an association with Krishna. Your life is run with Buddhi. Buddhi runs mind. And Buddhi runs the senses. Krishna is Bhakti Yoga, Krishna is running this. Your own desire, no desire doesn't matter. Krishna runs it. And that happens when you surrender. You are voluntarily telling to Krishna that Krishna, please do it like this. And so in the case of Yudhishthira and 5 brothers, Draupadi, Kunti, all others, this is how their lives were. You may think they're suffering. They're not suffering. They're happy. Okay.
When it comes to others,
Time is okay.
bring more people to devotional.
So they have to leave to.
Hope this was meaningful, valuable, added some value at least. Grateful that you all have come, and let's. Where is Saujanya? Oh, here. Hare Krishna. We hope that this place becomes a space wherein Krishna is already come. Mother Madhava is here, Jagannath Subhadra is here. My wish is that this becomes Vaikuntha. But that's it. यहाँ पर है ना? You're commenting there, that one, right?
Yes.
But me Jagannath is seeing from there.
This apartment, that apartment.
That apartment. No, opposite.
So बिल्कुल ऐसे
आपका भी यही पर है.
हमारे घर आए.
And yours is behind me, right? So this is the center of.
हमारा मानसिक सेंटर होता जा रहा है.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'll share.
Thank you so much. Please forgive me if I.